Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's all glitchy, guys. It's all glitchy. It's all glitchy. There's some weird stuff going on. Sorry, guys. I got cut off. My computer died. I'm back, y'all. Let me know if you can hear me. Sorry. My bad. Sorry. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, y'all. I got cut off. I'm so sorry. Can you guys hear me? I was really into it. I was into it. And then I got cut off. So I'll wait for you guys to come back in. Hi. Hi, Sister Sonia. Hi, Naturo. Hi, Teresa. You can hear me. Okay, okay. I'm sorry. And let me know if I'm glitchy because on my end, like they've been glitching out. See, this is what I love. I always know when I'm telling, like, I'm hitting on the truth because they'll start to mess with my computer. I can't even do any shorts. I can't do anything. Like, they have me literally landlocked, right? So, picking up from where we left off, I want to go into the rapture symptoms, but picking up where we left off with Charlie, I'll do another like quantum telepathic healing session to really see what's going on with that consciousness because it looks like I hope nobody's trying to take the consciousness, right? Interesting. So, all right, as long as you guys can hear me, let go, let go, let go. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. It is Tahirah, Mother of the Ages. I'm a supernatural quantum healer. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video, and click on all notification bells. I'm a supernatural quantum healer, and essentially what it is that I do is I go ahead and I go through source codes. So source codes is nothing more than our DNA, our junk DNA that they say that is junk, but really it has all the codes that you need to essentially return back to your original soul's blueprint and clear up all of the trauma and karma, right? And so I really do want to thank Charlie Kirk because his soul did something very massive for the templates. It opened, helped us open up even wider the karmic template. And so what humanity is doing on a collective scale, we're cleaning up the past age, the past 2100 years or so, and this is the only way we can actually evolve and go to this thing that people call New Earth. But all that New Earth is, it's a new energy field. That's it. So, but now, see, this is where it's about to get interesting because is the energy field just a purified field that we're in? Or is the energy field in another atmosphere? This is what we need to talk about because I'm going to share with you guys the symptoms I've been getting. Now, they're not ascension. I'm not calling these ascension symptoms. They feel like rapture symptoms. And I want to know if you guys are feeling this too, right? And so, essentially, I'm just checking a few things on my end. I hate when that happens. Cut me off from you guys. But yeah, essentially, guys, I'm gonna break down really quickly the what's going on with your soul. You guys know I'm all about the soul and the journey that the soul takes. And we are at a very, very, very special time within the journey of our soul. What we get to do at the end of the age is an energy that supports everything you've been trying to get done for the past 5 lifetimes. At the end of the age, we can see where we went wrong and we can see what we did right. And it's not about staying in what we did wrong. It's about, oh, that wasn't one of my best time periods, right? I better clean this up. Essentially, what we're doing, we say we're cleaning up karma, but what it is, we're cleaning up our codes. We're cleaning up our source codes, our DNA. We are transmuting, we are releasing, we are cleansing them on a cellular solar level, right? That's essentially all that we are doing, guys. So let me explain the not ascension, rapture symptoms, right? That I've been going through because I want to know if this has been happening to you guys because we might need to, I'm just saying, y'all, we might need to prepare for an actual exodus out of here because this is what it's kind of feeling like. Welcome in, Sister Gail. Sister Gail, I know I have not, I've been so busy. I really still have to get back to you about what you sent to me, and I will. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, so guys, am I frozen? Because this thing is glitchy on my end. Let me know. Is it glitchy on your end? I think it is. I'm gonna do it if it's glitchy. I'll wait for you guys to, am I glitchy? This looks really glitchy. I'll wait for you guys to let me know. Am I glitchy? Okay, let me just say, and if you guys can stop me if I'm glitchy. Not frozen. Okay, perfect. So here's the thing, guys. Here's what I've been experiencing. So do you know how, like, if you're watching like a Disney movie and you know how they'll show you these like portals, but they're like they look like water or just energy moving, and then you can put your hand through. You know how you see that in like cartoons and stuff? They'll put their hand through and then they'll be like sucked out into like a new world, right? So this is kind of what I've been experiencing, but obviously I'm not sucked out into a new world. But what it feels like is there's what we're looking at is I'm interfacing with the new energy field. That's why I needed to explain that literally you belong to an energy field. And within your energy field, it literally has everyone that you commune with all the time. And their energy affects your energy. And we all have energetic cords out into each other's, field, biofield and auric field, right? But what it feels like is that there's a field, a new field that has approached my awareness. And at first it was far away, but now I'm seeing little, like I'm able to pierce through it. I can't see on the other side yet, but I see that it's malleable. I see that I can make a movement towards it. And it is something sentient. And I don't know if I'm describing this right. Please let me know if I'm describing this right. Because, and also too, it feels like when you're just sitting down or laying down, you're moving. And I really want to know, is this happening to you guys? I genuinely want to know. What it feels like is that I'm moving. So like I'll be laying in bed, but I'm like shifting to the right. It even though my body's stationary, but it feels that I'm moving, but it's a gentle, it's like just little micro movements, but it feels like I am moving. That's also another thing. Also, too, there's times of like dizziness where like I know that dizziness sometimes can be linked to like I looked up, is this vertigo? Is this no, it's like things around me are vibrating at a different speed or something. And so it's making like the coherence off a little bit. And then there are times, guys, I'm like, I'm getting like for real. Listen, y'all, there's times where I'm looking at the floor, like a tile floor, and the freaking tile floor is moving. It's like moving out like this. Not only that, there's sometimes where I look at, let's say you'll look at something like wallpaper or even floors that have like movement and like, texture in it, and you can see little faces. And then all of a sudden they start to move. Like, so everything is like, what's happening is like the things you thought was stationary and inanimate, those things are coming to life now, right? That's what's been going on with me. And then even when because you're inside of your body, you're being still. You're sitting down, you're laying down. However, you still feel like you're moving. And I could only, you know what I think that it is, if I wanted to explain it within, within this quantum realm. You know what? I really truly think that why we are experiencing this. So some people are saying, yes, me too. Yes, I am warrior. Me too. Okay, thank you. I know I wasn't going crazy. Um, let's exit temporarily. Yes, ready. Just temporarily, right? Let's just peek. I am warrior. Let's do that. Let's peek and see what's on the other side, so we can come back and tell the people, right? So it also feels like what was I was about to say? Um, yeah, so all of that's happening. And so last year, not last girl, last year, you guys, we're in a different year. We're in a different year. I was saying last year, but remember the true new year is actually in springtime. So see, energy don't lie. You can't fool us and say that the new year is January. So last year, right? Maybe around February or so or March, I was going through massive kundalini. I'm talking about like in kundalini, you can feel kundalini because there's like a kind of a vibration, right? But this is not kundalini. Like that has already passed. This is literally, I'm leaving. Like this is what it feels like. It feels like I'm going somewhere else. My body's here and I'm going. It's like, but it's so gentle. If you're not in tune, you probably won't notice it. But it's like a gentle nudge, like to the right. Like I just feel that. And at the same time, oh, I was about to explain something. So this is what I truly feel that it is. So because our consciousness is expanding, right? We are now vibrating at a higher frequency. So here's the catch. Some of the objects, right? Because you guys know when you walk into a room, the objects are not necessarily there, but rather your consciousness is re-downloading everything back where it was. So sometimes when you walk into a room, you say something's off. And you might think, hey, somebody moved something, or did a spirit move this? No, it's you moved it because you came back in that room slightly different. You came back in that room in a different vibration, or your code had shifted a little bit. So therefore, the conscious awareness of all the objects, if you weren't a vibrational match to exactly how they were before when you initially walked into the room, they will shift slightly. So when they talk about the timeline split, right? So this is what we are experiencing. It's all coming to me now. See, source codes are activating. Everything's working out for me. Everything's working out for me. Everything's working out for me. So, guys, I've been feeling so good since I quit YouTube. Haven't you guys seen me on YouTube more since I quit it energetically? And I just pop up and I just say whatever I want because it really helps me to release a release in the throat chakra, guys. So thank you. It's part of my healing. So so anywho, what I was saying is what's happening, that split is real. So if this has not started happening to you guys, this will soon start to happen to you guys, right? Because we are vibrating on a different frequency. And what it is, we are being attuned to a new energy field because we can't actually get to the new earth either in physicality or energetically, vibrationally, without a field. The earth has its own field. You have your own field. Everyone has their own field. So the new earth will also have a new field or new atmosphere, right? So the field is outside and the atmosphere is inside, right? Of the physical, structure of the new earth. So what we are being attuned to with these rapture symptoms, what it truly is we are being attuned to the new energy field. And I am channeling this now. Some of us souls will actually be souls that make up the energy field of the new earth because souls don't have to just play these roles as avatars, right? We could play multiple different roles. We can be, fibers in the air. We can be molecules, we could be different things. Some of us will actually or are, thank you, source. This is why it's happening to some of us sooner than others because there are some of us souls that we are actually creating the field the energy field that the new earth will rest in, will nestle in. And so some of us are doing that work now. So I'm kind of answering my own questions, but that's kind of what I'm equating to as a rapture symptom. So we are preparing at 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 minimum to enter into a new field, new energy field with a new vibration, a new updated code and codes, right? With new updated advanced enlightened avatars of even everyone within the new paradigm, right? And the thing about it is when they say the split, now we can feel of what that is. What is the split everyone talks about? It's nothing more than you now vibrating at a different level than your old world. And so the code of humanity is breaking down simply because we are evolving. And so you are vibrating differently than now your house, because maybe you've already experienced that and now you're ready to experience something else. And so what happens is that energetically you have to start, like I did with YouTube. You got to start breaking away from these things. And so energetically we start to eject ourselves from these objects, because the frequency or the vibration naturally will pull us apart. It's just like ending a relationship, right, with someone. You might naturally, maybe nothing was wrong per se, it was just you grew apart. That's what it is. We are growing apart right now. So we are severing right from the lower third, right? I'm hearing. So we are literally severing from that, right? And so you know how in the Bible it talks about a third of the stars will fall, a third of the people, and all of that. This is what is going on energetically. We are severing from the lower third, right? Interesting enough, I used to write the lower thirds when I worked as a producer at Judge Judy. So I'm finding that very interesting that I'm pulling that word. I used to write what we call the lower thirds for each of the cases that they would present on the show. And it would give a brief description, like almost like a YouTube title, right? It would give a brief description about what that particular case was about. We call those the lower thirds. So what source is saying is we are moving away from the lower third. So, and a lot of this stuff, guys, in these biblical texts, it's all abstract, and it can have multiple different meanings, and it can mean different things in different seasons. So in this season, the lower third is literally the lower part of yourself, the part that you have expanded past. You're leaving that behind. So essentially, everyone should at least be experiencing a little bit of a rapture, because the energies are supporting evolution of the soul. And so as we really hold on to that and allow ourselves to go into the next vibration, the objects around us start to show up differently, because they are part of the old paradigm, part of the lower thirds, right? That are part of what is left behind. So this has given a whole new meaning to the rapture. Everyone will experience the breakaway of their lower third, their the lower part of themselves, and everything that you need for the next leg of your journey into expanded consciousness, new earth, you're going to have it. And so the things or objects or people that are supposed to be in your life, they will be vibrating with you. The people that are vibrating at a different rate, then they're part of the lower third. And it doesn't mean that those people are dying or bad, but what it means is you're just vibrating higher, and your journey is now shifting into and ready for graduation, ready for this, when the Exodus portal opens up. And the Exodus portal right now is open along with the karmic portal, right? Is open for Exodus, right? And when the Exodus happens, there are multiple ways that we could see a rapture play out. One is, there are some ancestral ships that are coming back, like your star families, right? And these won't be these what I'm talking about, they won't be massive ships where like a lot of people are getting on. It's a telepathic thing. You won't even see the ship. You might see some streaks and stuff in the sky, but it's a telepathic communication with you and your ancestral ship, right? So your ancestral ship will pick you up, right? And so, but that's kind of done where you won't see it in this realm. And a lot of this stuff, guys, if you see it, you probably got to think twice about it because a lot of this stuff is vibrating at a whole nother frequency. If something can enter into our biosphere and enter into the firmament, then girl, you're not from outer space. You're from right here. You know what I mean? Like, how good is that place going to really go if they come pick you up in the physical ship? How good is that place going to really go? Because I would like to think that my star family or my ancestral ship would be vibrating at such a different rate where it won't even be something that you could perceive with the naked eye. Yeah, I don't want to be at a place where you can just um come down into these lower frequencies and the 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 ship doesn't just blow up from the low grade vibrations, right? So some of this stuff will just be the US military, really, and militaries around the world, they have all these ships now too, and which is part of you know and they needed the ships because, like I said, we've been in a holy war for some time. Heaven's been getting a cleansing, and at that time too, the heavens are also the fake heaven, the ones getting kicked out of heaven that I explained in the last video, they're at war too. So there's a whole kind of crazy stuff going on within our skies and within the cosmos. There's a lot of holy wars going on. And so some of these ships and things that we see is part of the governments, around the world trying to fight their way out of their karma. You can't fight your way out of karma. You have to pay it back or you have to forgive. Like I said, if you stole a piece of bubble gum over the last age, you have to give it back. And this is how you get out of the karmic loop. See, the elites think that, oh, they can put something in a movie or in a song, and that's disclosure. Oh, at least I told you. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. So that's why a lot of the kind of the secular things are coming back around for us to deal with because humanity's getting smacked back in the face with some of the things that we did from like 1,000 years ago. And it's back, right? Because we have to confront it with love this time and say, okay, we were wrong. Let's clean this up. Let's do what we need to do to make whoever we wronged whole. And then we can move forward and all expand because we can all go through this expansion portal, AKA New Earth, if you're just real and honest with yourself. If you just give back the chocolates that you stole, like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. You give that back, you inherit the kingdom. That's it. That's all you have to do. But we've been so used to humanity stealing and lying that we didn't even think that the truth and a little apology would work. Because we've just been so used of lying our way through everything that won't work this time. It really truly just won't work. So I say that to say this is what's been going on, but it's really trippy, guys. For the ones that are seeing it, it's like an energy field right here. Now, mind you, I can't see it, but I feel it. And it's almost like if I were to put my hand out, it would like half of my hands would go through it. That's what it would look like if I was in a cartoon, right? But obviously, that's not happening in real life. But energetically, that's what it feels like I could do. And then the energy is like, it almost looks like water. You know what I mean? Like that. But it feels like it is a portal, right? Portal. So, this could be the Exodus portal, exiting for the rapture, part of the rapture, right? So that is what I'm experiencing. So, oh, thank you for all these hearts. Oh my goodness, beautiful. Oh, so it says an outpouring on the anointment. Rapture is 40 days after. Amazing. Ain't no secret. Yes, awesome. And then Gail says, I felt the floor under my heels move. Yes, Gail, that's what I'm saying. Carolyn says it happened to me. I hold on to the bed. Yes, Carolyn. Yes. Oh my God. That's what it feels like. I said, what is there an earthquake? There's no earthquakes where I live. What's going on? But it's gentle too. It feels like a gentle, but it's constant. And you're like, it's getting too frequent now. It's like, I got to say something, you guys. I'm like, what's going on? You know? And then the feet too, like you're feeling the floor is moving. It's like an optical illusion, like the illusion's being shattered. Because remember, I said, like, all of the illusion, the one lie will be removed and then the illusion will be gone. And I think that's when we will get through the Exodus portal because think about it. If the illusion is gone, then there isn't anything the what do they call it? The thread of reality. If they remove the thread of our reality, they take that out, and we know that this all been a lie. What's really truly holding us into this energy field? Nothing, because those things were only vibrating because of the lies that they told about it. They said, "Oh, this is so good. That's so great," you know. But if we see it for what it is, and then that thing is vibrating real low, we have no choice but to expand and move forward because it's like, bye, girl. This is too low vibrational for me, right? So I think that the split will naturally happen. Hi, what symptoms will we see of this? Any physical or spiritual symptoms? Yes, I'm going to tell you about that. I'll reiterate that. Is this why I've been seeing physical objects moving? Yes. Vibrating? Absolutely. Green and blue? Yes. Could the ships be interdimensional? Yes, I am warrior. Look, listen, guys, there's a lot of different ships, and this is why it's going to be so confusing. I feel like I want to put together a remote viewing team. Like, I've been doing some remote viewing with a friend of mine lately, but I want to put together like a proper remote viewing team because that's the thing. A lot of this will be a lot of confusion and chaos in those skies. Part of those ships that are the U.S. and different militaries, yes, they are fighting ships trying to come in, but also too, they're going to be trying to confuse us because remember, they got to keep us in here to keep their system going, to keep their money coming in. They don't want us to leave. They got to keep us in here too. But part of those will be interdimensional as well. Absolutely. And that's why your discernment too has to be so keen because you're going to know. And believe me, if any of our star families do pick us up, trust and believe, guys. Most of this stuff will be telepathic and it will be like just being beamed up in a blink of an eye. They won't even need a ship, to be honest with you. That's how like technologically advanced that we can move through dimensions. We could teleport because I know I have one sister in here. I took the class and she actually teleports. So you will be able to teleport your consciousness and then your body will literally recreate itself within the new realm and then you're in a new field with your body, but now your body is you still is just updated because we could teleport there. Teleportation, I think we'll get, if anything, we'll get picked up via teleportation, guided there telepathically, and then teleport there, right? So because some of these ships that they're just showing us, some of it is our ancestors, like ancestral ships coming and just other beings coming as light workers that have been supporting our mission here, have been watching and supporting us, right? But if you're honestly, that's chaotic. You got to think about our people, they will never cause a stampede like that. They do a lot of things in secret. They don't do things outwardly like that unless they're trying to send a message. But you being picked up, they're not sending a message. They're coming incognito. They are. They are. But some of them will come to fight, and some of them will come as a message for the ones who don't believe so they can see, right? So there will be a lot of different reasons why they come as well. And so the symptoms we'll be getting, yes, here's the symptoms that we've all been experiencing. We're sitting down or we're laying down, but we feel a gentle nudge almost being pulled a little bit outside of the body, or just the body is vibrating to the point where you could notice your, you could feel it. It's not just an awareness, oh, I'm vibrating high. No, it's a feeling that it almost feels like you're rocking or you're just vibrating, little gently, just vibrating. But it's constant and then you recognize it. The difference is you recognize it almost daily, right? Weekly or daily, right? So that will be a physical symptoms. Also, too, you will see like your the floor start to move. You might even see, you know how you can be on a tablet, you could have multiple screens up, and then you could just touch and swipe, and, or sometimes they have those tablets where you can like create stuff, like the kids have that stuff where they have different things on their screen and they can move them around and paste this, because my niece has a game like that, right? You can paste a skirt on top of your little avatar, you can like, put her in the car and all those things. That's what I'm saying. You might see energies moving like that where almost feels that you could control it. They might not be in like a shape of an object, but you might just see like little energy pockets here. And then you might just be like, huh, I wonder if I could just move them all together or move this here and there. Like, because what the code is breaking down, this field is breaking down. Because you know why the field is breaking down? Because we evolved. And even Mama's Earth field, she has a new field too, which is in a higher vibration to where we are. So there truly is a splitting away of old Earth and old self as well. And the difference is we are technologically advanced where we're able to split our consciousness, take what's good. Because remember, we should be elevating in this new expanded consciousness, right? This new energy field we're going to, AKA New Earth. And so we're leaving behind the lower third, the part that didn't serve us. All that pain we just worked through over the past 2,000 years, we're leaving that behind. We're not taking that with us. We're not. And that's why it's important to cleanse these templates out. Not about who did you wrong. It's not about left or right or black and white. No, it's about love. Just release that stuff. And so this is why my friend says the only way to win this is not to play the game. And that's the truth, because even if you play the game and you feel like you're playing it safely, you're still in their energy field. That's been part of the psyop they've been using to keep us here. They've been applying energetic pressure to keep us here. So we just withdraw our energy from that and we don't play the game, because at the end of the day, we all of this stuff ain't coming with us. So it doesn't even matter anyways. Because who's to say that you're even gonna have the same skin tone in the new expanded consciousness, new earth? Who's to say we're even gonna show up in bodies? Who's to even say that? So it's not even gonna matter. It really isn't, like, because it was part of the original lie. It's part of the lie. That's what it is. So yeah, that's what's going on. And so it's a lot of vibration in the body, a lot of just, you may even feel the awareness of just energy near you, right? And then also too, it's the only way I can subscribe, the only way I can, you know, explain to you, it feels like we're stepping into a new energy field, like a cartoon, or if you like put your hand through the, like, you know, little portals, you know, they have in cartoons, and it's like your hand, you can poke your finger through it, and it's like a new energy, and it's like, I don't know, I don't know how else to explain it, but that's what I've been experiencing. And I have awareness. It's a new field. It's an absolutely new field. And this also, you know, why we're getting this new field as well, which is quite beautiful. We've done so much work. I am so proud of each and every one of us, all of our souls. Guys, one day we're going to have a graduation from the old age. We're going to all, I'm going to plan that. We're going to all do this together. We're going to have a graduation, right? Um, but the only way we're truly able to do this because we did a lot of work. We had to like, first of all the trauma that they gave us and kept recycling through our DNA and through the subconscious. Man, cleaning that out was a huge, massive job. And we're still cleaning that out. And it's storing codes of lack and trauma and, the things that happened to us as a collective past as well. And that's why I love this season because we're going to move past those large inflictions, right? So that those slavery inflictions and some there's still slavery going on today. We don't call it that, but people travel from to Dubai and they take their passports and literally like feed them nothing. They got to work all day and they abuse them. Like this is still a form of slavery, right? So we still have a lot more work to do, but these are the things that we're cleaning up within the templates, right? And it's way more than that. I mean, like people literally, I think in Africa, are literally still being sold like chattel slavery. Like it's kind of crazy. Indentured servitude and slavery and all of that. But see, when we release all of that, and even these big events that we have, like let's say like the crash, the 1929 crash, that's still within us. So this is why people have the problems with money. They have the lack, or I won't have enough. I won't have enough because your soul remembers a period of time that when everything kind of went dark. Speak and even the dark ages and all of that. Your soul remembers all this stuff and it carries it in. And so now at the end of the age, we get to open that stuff up and clear it out. It's just old clothes. We just, get rid of it, hold it up to the light and say, okay, I'm going to learn from this. And then release it, and that's how we expand. We have to let go of these things. And I think the hardest part for us was letting go of the people. I know that I've had to let go of some people, and these souls were in this life with me, but they were also in past lives. And that's pretty hard because you know you're attached to them, not only through love, but also you are energetically corded up with them because of the history of your soul. And then also too, you have also a soul contracts with them. So you got to remove those. And then you have the soul ties through your shared trauma and experiences, right? So that was the hardest part. And I can tell you getting rid of that is the most freeing thing, guys, because it frees you from whole timelines. Some of us were on timelines from the past age we were never supposed to be on because we had this fool within our soul family that we always had to like be corded up with, looped up with. So we're going to get to be on sovereign timelines where it's just true bliss. I'm so excited for where we're going. And so this will give you hope to let go of the lower third, the things that they can't even go. Not that we're splitting. No, they can't go because their soul's contract is different. Maybe it's not time for them yet. And maybe they need to hold the vibration still of the 3D because maybe it is keeping some sort of, balance throughout the entire cosmic sphere. So there's a reason why things are in place. So they can't even go. So the fact if you're trying to hold on to them, which is part of the old frequency and vibration, then you're going to miss your Exodus portal. And you're going to be stuck here with a bunch of bots that are going to be literally looped up. And then you're going to be the only like awakened one going crazy in your mind. Like that's not going to be good. So for your own sake, you have to, if you are expanded, then be there and accept that and start getting acclimated to that field. And in fact, what we all can do, we can let's start to create that field because I feel like that's what we're doing now. The field is malleable now. The field can take impressions, right? Let's go ahead and put some good impressions into the new field of the new earth vibration. Let's put a lot of love in there, safety. Don't you want to feel safe in the new field? Like here, you feel that if you fall, that you might just be forever forgotten. But see, what we're going to put in the new field is just a bountiful kind of love that even if you were to fall down, it's like the you would be falling on like 1,000 pillows and it would just bounce you back up. Let's put some safety in that field, right? And let's put some like literal like oneness in there. Like we're creating all this right now, by the way, guys. You can close your eyes and go with me. You know what else I want to put in there? And you guys can tell me what you want to put in the new energy field. What else I want to put in there is instead of the thread of reality being the lie that they did this time in this age, let's use love and authenticity as our thread that ties everything together, right? So this means that the thread of our new reality will be of the highest caliber. So even if you were to fall or stumble or lose your way, the code of love, right? And truth will see you through. It will uplift you. So we can add that in there. And I also want to add a lot of peace covering, just a covering of peace in the new field. Just a peace that like, you know how you're laying down in the grass and you just, like I want us to be able to enjoy our surroundings. Because, sometimes you can't really enjoy because of the mind chatter and because of the cars or because of the pollution. Like, let's not bring that. Like, let's let's go back into the bliss body where there is a more of a cohesiveness between nature and humans. I would love to have that in the new field where it's like the animals won't hurt us and we won't hurt them, where if we're on a siesta or we're just lying down, even if a lion were to come up to us, we could telepathically communicate with them. They could sit down beside us. We can enjoy the same sun and atmosphere together, right? Let's put that, the more cohesiveness with nature. Let's put that. And you know what else I want to put? I don't want to bring an ecosystem. I don't want to bring that ecosystem of you got to eat this to get that, and then that predator and prey situation. I don't want to bring that to the new field. Let's erase that. What could we replace that with? I don't think we can bring duality there then. I'm not sure if we can bring duality there. I don't think we will. I think it'll be something different. It won't be so like drastic there where it's just like a polar opposite. I think the duality can be harsh in this dense realm. The duality can almost dang near be the karma, the boomerang of the karma coming back to you, the pendulum swing, right? I don't want to bring that. It's too harsh. It's not of the fabric of love, right? So this is where I want us to start getting to, and so we can start playing around with this, laying down at night, and just start popping things into that new field. Everything that went horribly wrong in this timeline, in this age, let's just make it right in the new one. And we can do that right now. I'm telling you, Source is saying that we can build the field. And I think that's the next thing that we're going to be doing. We're going to be building the new field for the new earth to exist in. Very beautiful. Yay, I'm so excited. Yay, let's play the game. Okay, so Green and Blue says, I hear you. I've been called to do the spiritual fast for a month. Wow. I'm going to start Monday. Wow. What kind of fast are you doing? Are you doing all water? Are you going to be fasting like a certain period of time throughout the day, or which one are you going to be doing? Yep. And he says, I've been experiencing rocking and feeling lightheaded. Yeah. Or dizzy. Yes. Almost like I'm about to float away. Green and blue. Thank you. You pulled the words out. Like you're about to float away. That's exactly, I don't know why I couldn't articulate that. That's exactly what it feels like, guys. These are our rapture codes. This is the rapture symptoms, guys. Agree. Just don't play the game. Don't play the game. I'm so tired of this game because it's a losing game. No one's going to win. We're never going to win it. I think we have to acknowledge where we went wrong. But then after that, just love It's cool, It's cool. Don't worry about it. But the problem is, we've been so used to living on a lie and covering things up, but we didn't even think that the truth and compassion would actually work. And that's literally as simple as Source puts it. We could literally have truth and compassion, and we could call a truce between all different groups we've been fighting with. Just approach it with love and compassion. That's it. And we can move forward. It's that freaking simple. I don't know why humans haven't figured that out yet. Please check out Robert Edward Grant and the architect. We can align with what he is doing with his group. Ooh, yes. Let's do that. Yes, all water fast with unflavored electrolytes as well. Wow. Well, I am with you. I did when I first, like, what, 3.5 years ago, I did a 30-day fast. I was on a 30-day fast, I think, at one point. And girl, I was like, I was all sucked in. I was, but that's what it really, really, I'm telling you, during that 30-day fast, the messages, and then it really made me more psychic, because how I got my abilities was from fasting. That's how I actually turned my abilities online. I know some people do like ayahuasca and all of those, and then they have their spiritual shift and they come into their spiritual awakening, but mine was done through fasting, and that 30-day is very, very powerful. But I'm not even going to hold y'all. I literally almost died because at probably day 23, I couldn't get watered down anymore. So the last week, or even up to 8, 9 days, it was mainly dry. Like, I just couldn't take the water anymore. It was like I couldn't drink it anymore. It's just like, so, but wishing you lots of luck on that, because it is a very powerful, powerful fast. And Gail says, I also find myself rocking my husband as what I'm doing. What's going on? Yes, Gail. I was like, am I in a rocking chair? What is going on? I'm like literally rocking. And oh, you know what? I was in the mall with my sister and cousin the other day. Yesterday, was it? Yeah. I had to leave. What were we at? We were at Champs or Foot Locker or something like that. I legit had to leave because there was too many energies and everything was moving. People's energies were so bold and I felt like I was spinning. I had to, and my sister knows, she knows me. And I was like, I gotta go out. She was like, too much. I was like, yep, too much. And so, so I was just waiting for them to get out of the store. It was too much. I am telling you. And so it's like hard to be in crowds where people are like tightly packed in. Oh, that is that's not good. That's not good. I'm happy you were able to get through. Yeah, it was a tough one, but I did make it through. I made it through. Yes. So good luck on your 30-day water fast. I'm happy I got that one in the can, because I'm not even sure if I could ever do that again. It was a very, very, very whew, that was some long, that's called long suffering. That was right there. That one. But it was worth it, because I really, it really opened me up even more, my intuition. So maybe, so I am warrior. Yeah, I will check that out. But I'm gonna and I know I've been saying this for a while, but I just want to, like, when I bring you guys something, I don't ever want to just be putting something together to take people's money. Like, I don't like stuff like that. So I could have started, like, when I was telling you my group that I want to start, but I was like, I want it to be exactly sure. And I think it's okay if it constantly I think it's okay if I just start it and we just mold it to what it needs to be, because we're going to be meeting on Zoom, and I know, guys, I'm really going to put this together, and I really want to see us there, so I want to keep it at a respectable price where everyone can afford it, because these are the things that we need to work on. We do need to, because we're powerful. We can literally build every part of the new earth. Like, we could do that, guys. And we can find some ways to ground this energy we're feeling. Maybe we are feeling the energy collectively because we are supposed to use the vibration to put into the templates of the new earth. So I think we need to do that. And to your point, I am warrior. This is what I was doing when I first, probably 2 years ago. I was actually working on new earth templates. So I have to just go back and revisit it because there was a lot of things already kind of built out. Um, but I think it's important for us to do this as a collective, right? Because that's it's just more beautiful that way. I love it. I love it. I love it, guys. Okay. So that's what's going on, guys. So get ready and let me know, we'll in the next live if we get any new symptoms. Less, you know what we should see? Like if it happens again, let's see if we can get more information. So I call this psychic investigation. So I do teach this in my class, but so what I do is I just when that happens, you feel the motion. Let's do a little bit of psychic investigation. So the first thing you're going to do, I want you to breathe and ground yourself into the energy that you're feeling or the shift or the vibration you're feeling. And then the second thing I want you to do is I want you to bring your awareness from here up in the conscious mind where you are just like viewing it out of these eyes. I want you to tuck your awareness and pull it back behind the eyes and the eye sockets. You can set your intentions to do this or just imagine your awareness going back here to the almost like the back of the skull, and then I want you now to observe your surroundings. So what this does is it detaches because you are behind the eye nerves, you're behind the oculomotor and ocular nerves, where now you're able to just view. You're not like attached with it, right? Your consciousness isn't. So you push it back and we can just observe and see what it is going on. Then you can start asking yourself questions. This is part of the psychic investigation. Start asking yourself questions. The first question you might ask: does this feel good? Is this energy a good energy or a more dense energy? Right? Is it light and airy or is it darker and dense? Right? And then I like to bring in colors with chromotherapy and say, okay, if this energy was a color, what color might it be? And then that'll come up in your mind's eye. And then, if it's a darker color or a lighter color, and then texture is very important. So you want to pay attention to the brightness of the color and the texture. Ask yourself, is it smooth or is it bumpy? Is it rigid? Does it have craters? All of these things. And so it'll start to build a story about the energy you're experiencing. So this is part of psychic investigation work, right? And I do use a bit of that too when I'm remote viewing as well. We can start to do the psychic investigation as well. So start doing that. And I think we're going to get more answers on what is going on. And I almost feel that we're going to have some similar things to report. I love it. So I'm going to read this. So he's been on various podcasts. Okay, well, you know what? I am warrior. See if I mean if that's something. See if you can set that up, or let us know about that. I'm gonna look him up because I think it's cool. Like I'm forever a student. Like I'm blessed to know what I know, but there's so much more to learn. I'm just taking that position as I since I quit YouTube energetically. I'm just I'm I'm forever a student, and that's just kind of the standpoint that I'll take. Because there's always more to expand to, right? All right, guys. This has been very, very beautiful. I will see you guys soon. I'm sure I'm going to be getting dreams tonight and codes. I always do. So I'll probably see you sooner than later. Okay, guys. I'm going to wrap this up. I love you. I love you. I love you. And so it is as we walk together in divine love. Be well. Be well, guys.